Thank you. Madame Schaake for the ALDE Group.
Thank you very much. Dear Ms. Haidar, it's really good to see you again, and I couldn't agree more with Special Representative for Human Rights, Stavros Lambrinidis, when he said, you inspire in your own right. You are the example of the power of women in Saudi Arabia. What an incredible job you've done to highlight the plight of your husband, Raif Badawi. We truly wish that you and your children can be reunited with him soonest and that he can receive the prize in person and in good health. We have great respect for Raif's work, and I'm very glad that despite the interests that sometimes trump concerns about human rights in Saudi Arabia, the majority of this House supported the highest recognition we can give to a human rights defender, the Sakharov Prize. Raif's courage and his strong words represent the inalienable longing for freedom that I believe every person, man or woman, in Saudi Arabia or Iran, in Tunisia or China, in Venezuela or Syria, the freedom that people long for, even if they've never lived to experience it. In their minds, they have. We cannot allow for cultural relativism to lead people to claim that human rights are not universal. Raif's situation shows this very clearly. Even the strongest repression, even the most barbaric of punishments didn't deter your husband from creating his blog, Free Saudi Liberals Network. The fact that the authorities in Saudi Arabia themselves did not deem your husband fit to receive additional lashes after having faced 50 of the 1,000 he was supposed to endure under his sentence says everything. It means he would have effectively had a death sentence. His own words are the strongest, and so I wanted to read a passage from his book, and I'm going to quote Mr. Badawi himself right now. He says, "For me, liberalism simply means live and let live. This is a splendid slogan. However, the nature of liberalism, particularly the Saudi version, needs to be clarified. It is even more important to sketch the features and parameters of liberalism to which the other faction, controlling and claiming exclusive monopoly of the truth, is so hostile that they are driven to discredit it without discussion or fully understanding what the word actually means. They have succeeded in planting hostility to liberalism in the minds of the public and turning people against it, lest the carpet be pulled out from under their feet. But their hold over people's minds and society shall vanish like dust carried off in the wind." End of quote. In recent months, the EU's relationship to Saudi Arabia is getting more and more critically scrutinized, and it was high time. Its role in exporting radical ideologies, funding jihadists, destabilizing neighboring countries provide many reasons for a review. But for us, the human rights of the Saudi people, poets, authors, bloggers, atheists, and particularly all Saudi women, is reason enough to continue to call for meaningful reforms and an end to the kinds of punishment that European citizens cannot distinguish from those inflicted by terror groups such as the Islamic State. Now is the time for a royal pardon. Thank you.